Hey guys, I'd like to say welcome back. Thanks for coming back and joining me again. So today what I want to talk about a little bit is autocross racing, okay? Autocrossing is a sport that anyone can get into. If you're a fan of motorsports, it's going to be fun for you. It's an entry-level way to get into auto racing. Now the great part about it is there's hardly any damage is ever done to your vehicle, and you can run pretty much any vehicle you have, okay? Only exception to that would be pickup trucks and SUVs. However, there are some that you can run in autocrossing, and I'll get to those in another video, just talking about the dimensions, height, width, horsepower requirements as far as what you can get away with as far as SUV in autocross racing. So a little bit about autocross racing. Basically, it's from the SCCA is the main governing body that does it, Sports Car Club of America. There's another one called NASA. There's some other bodies throughout the country that also have autocross races. BMW clubs have them a lot, Porsche clubs, Corvette clubs, doesn't matter. If you find a race in your area, just talk to them. They'll let pretty much any car enter, even in the Porsche club ones or the Corvette club ones. They'll let other cars that aren't those types in their events just to get the numbers up a little bit and have a more fun event. The body I belong to is called the Sports Car Club of America. They've been doing this for years and years, I mean decades and decades of autocross racing. What autocross racing basically is they're going to take you out into a large open area, basically like a parking lot, airport, slipways or runways that are abandoned, that kind of stuff. And they set up an obstacle course basically. So it's an obstacle course made out of cones, different types of evolutions in them. There's some things called Chicago boxes, all kinds of different stuff that they want you to run your car through. Basically, as far as the speeds go, you don't have to worry about having like a supercar, right? You don't have to have a McLaren, you don't have to have a Ferrari to run these events. You can run anything you've got. It's basically a driver precision event for getting around the cone pattern. As far as speeds go, usually the top speed you're going to get to is maybe in the mid-60s. Reason for that is because the insurance, they want to keep it down, right? So they build obstacles to keep your speed down. It's a lot of fun. I'm going to tell you, it is a lot of fun. Once you actually go to an event and actually drive in an event, you're going to be hooked. It's pretty darn addictive. So like I said, I've been doing this since, well, geez, over 20 years now. I've been autocross racing. I've been to the national championships in Nebraska. Before that, I went to the national championships in Kansas. And I've been a member of the Denver, Colorado, basically, region of the SCCA and the Colorado Springs region for, long time, decades. This year, basically, the car I'm campaigning this year is this one here. I just finished building it. I'm going to go into stuff as far as build things on this car with you guys. I'll also talk about how to do all different types of builds on all different cars. I built pretty much everything. I built a 2004 Subaru STI, 2007 Subaru WRX, Ford Focus ST, Dodge Challenger RT, 2015 Camaro 1LE, this Mustang. I had another Mustang, a 2016 GT, which I put a Pro Charger supercharger on it. Ran that in a couple events, a couple of Audi A4s. I've run a whole bunch of stuff. It's getting kind of ridiculous, really, as far as the number of cars I've ran and built for this type of stuff, but it's a lot of fun. So like I said, this one's my latest one, 95 Ford Mustang Cobra. I did kind of like a wide body deal on it, put some flares on it. I'll go through all of that, how to do that with you guys if you guys want to do that to your car. This car is called a square setup. I'm running 305s front and rear as far as tire width, which is pretty much what you'll find on the back end of like a Corvette or something while I'm running them on all four tires, right? It's a lightweight car, weighs around, my God, it's 3,600 pounds. I'll talk to you guys about weight reduction stuff. And now we're running right around 2,900 pounds, so I've actually got to add a little bit of weight to it, unfortunately, to get it into specs. But anyways, what we're going to talk about in this series is I'm going to be talking to you guys about how to build cars, how to get the most out of them. I'm going to go through suspension setups, transmission setups, gear ratios, interior stuff, like how to make it as light as you can, and it's basically what you need in the car. This car has nothing that you don't need. Can't drive it on the street anymore at the moment. We'll go for exhaust setups, horsepower adders, all that kind of stuff. We're going to go for all different types of stuff which you can use to make your autocross car. So like I said, the good thing about autocross, right, is you can do it with any car. Doesn't matter what you got. Just, they've got a class for everything, literally, out there, from a Volkswagen Bug up to a McLaren, 720 or Senna, if you happen to have one of those hanging around. They've got a class for every type of car that you have. You can run stock classes, you can run modified classes, you can run unlimited, spend all the money that you've got classes. I mean, there's a class for everything on autocross, right? It's a lot of fun, I'm going to tell you. When you go to an autocross event, the average time of a run is going to be about, it depends on the course. You can get about 40 seconds all the way up to like 80-second runs I've seen on some courses. And it's basically you against the course, right? You're going to walk the course at first. You're going to take a look at it. You're going to try and commit it to memory, get it into your memory. And then you're going to have 3 runs, right? You're going to have 3 timed runs on that course. You may get other runs, but only 3 of them are going to count for your time, your overall times, okay? And then it's basically just you against the course, man. I mean, it's like you're going out there, you're using all those fundamentals, slow in, fast out, getting the good line on there, and just driving smooth and fast as you can. So your times are all taken against all your competitors. I don't know how many competitors you're going to have in your region. In Denver, sometimes we used to have 300 cars that show up on an autocross event when we used to run at the International Airport out here. Now we're running about 150 cars, 160 cars, and we've yet to see how it's going to be this summer once we get the events going again, once this whole mess is over with. So anyway, so it's going to be you running against the clock, right? The only thing you're going to hit is a cone, maybe. There's like the little yellow cones or the orange cones, sorry. So that's about the only obstacle on the course. Yeah, you're going to run into them. Yeah, you're going to get lost on course. That's okay. It's part of the game, right? Until you get it under your, until you get a few events under your belt. So like I said, what I want to talk to you guys about is how to do autocross and what you need to be an autocross racer, okay? It's going to be a fun series. I'm going to show you what I did. Unfortunately, a lot of my videos I took when I did this darn stuff was on my other computer, which has crashed. I can't get the darn videos back up, but I'm still working on it. So anyway, that's okay. I'll just go through and we'll talk about it. I'll show you kind of what I did, and we'll just get the point across that way, okay? We'll go through, like I said, coilover suspension versus other types of suspension, how to set up your alignment, all that kind of stuff. So let me show you real quick, though, just the basic things that you're going to need for your first autocross event. Okay, so welcome back, right? So here's what we need in order to get to autocrossing. Like I said, we got the car worked out, right? Just whatever you got. You can go rent a car. No one really cares what you bring. Another item you're going to need, some blue tape. I know you're wondering, why do I need blue tape to go autocross racing? It's pretty simple. The numbers, right? You got to put numbers on your car. You'll get a number assigned to you when you register for the event. Pick a number, see if it's available. Make the number out of tape. Why waste any money unless you know that you're going to like it? And believe me, you're going to like it, right? But anyway, blue tape is going to work. White tape doesn't matter. It just has to be a contrasting color against what the color of your car, right? So if it's a white car, don't use beige tape. If it's a black car, don't use like dark blue tape or, navy blue or dark gray or something. Use a color that contrasts against. That way the judges can see and the corner judges can see. So if you hit a cone, they can document your car number and your class and everything and send it up to the timing truck so they can penalize you on your run. It's always a bummer. But anyway, take some tape with you. Other item I'd recommend you take is a tire gauge, okay? Just pick up a tire gauge. Doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be one of these fancy schmancy digital ones. Just get a cheapo one, right? Go to Big Old Tire. They'll probably give you one for free. You're going to run your tires. Depends on what you're going to run. When you get to the event, talk to the other guys in your class, right? They're going to look at your tires. And when your first event, you're going to have really crappy tires, to tell you the truth, until you work out what you're doing, and then you buy some good tires, okay? But for the first events, don't buy new tires. Just wait and see if you want to do it. See if you enjoy it. Talk to the other guys that are there. You'll probably see your car at an event. Talk to those guys. Ask them what they're running. As far as tires go, I run the Bridgestone Potenzas. Is that what I'm running this year? I can't remember what I'm running. Yeah, Bridgestone Potenzas. A couple of years ago, I was running Hancooks. These are a great tire. RE71, man, they're a great tire. As far as your tires go, though, here is a tip. Pretty much get a tire as close to 200 tread wear as you can. Don't go below 200 tread wear because that'll disqualify you from nearly all the classes in the SCCA. But trying to get a 200 tread wear tire is the key, okay? Until you move up to classes where you got to start using Hoosiers and slicks and all that kind of stuff. And that's where you start getting into some money. Don't get me wrong, these tires are not cheap. This size 305 19s, I think I paid like 300 plus bucks a tire. So they're not cheap, okay? But anyway, just doesn't matter. Don't worry about that. Just bring your car. Who cares what tires you've got? Let me put this down here somewhere. Okay. Next thing we got right here, a compressor, right? Tire pumper up or whatever the hell you want to call it. So just the compressor. Pick one of these up anywhere. I got this one from, where did I get this from? Home Depot. It's a Husky one. I think I paid like $50 for it, but this one's kind of cool because I just set the pressure that I want and I plug it on in, put it on the tire, hit the button, boom, and it shuts off automatically when it gets to the pressure. And it's pretty darn accurate, probably within like 2 pounds of every time I set it is where I get to. That's pretty quick, it's handy. Plugs into your cigarette lighter and boom, off you go, right? So yeah, pick up a little tire compressor, right? This is like money well spent. So pick up your compressor. Next thing you're going to need is a crash helmet. Okay, you are going to need a helmet. You and your passenger, or passengers, doesn't matter how many passengers you have, really, as long as everyone has a seatbelt, pick up a helmet. These have to be Snell approved helmets. I can't remember what year it is, what year Snell approval it is. But anyway, just look on your region's website and get a helmet. And actually, to tell you the truth, you don't even really need a helmet because when you get to the events, they're going to have loaner helmets that they're going to lend to you. Usually they're really goofy looking, like bright orange, or they've been spray painted yellow or something crazy. That way people don't steal them from the events, right? But anyway, they've got free helmets. They probably have like 10 or 20 of them there. When you get to the event, you'll row your car up to the staging area, basically, and then you just jump out, grab a helmet, throw it on, strap it on, and off you go. But if you can, run out, pick up your own helmet if you don't want to wear someone else's smelly, stinky helmet in the middle of the summertime, right? That's pretty much it. The only other items you're going to need are going to be a driver's license. Okay, you're going to have a Colorado, or sorry, whatever state you're in, driver's license, learner's permit, that kind of stuff. There are some deals as far as for the younger folks. I'm not too sure how that works, but you're going to have to look into that if you're under 16. I think there may be something they can do with that. And then that's pretty much it. You're going to want to get a membership if you can to the SCCA or NASR, to the governing body. Doesn't matter. If you don't get the membership, you can enter an event and it's like a $10 surcharge on top of the event. On average, an event costs $45 per day. Okay, that's really not bad, right? $45. Although the runs sound like they're really short, which they kind of are, it's a lot to do with the preparation for doing the event, right? Preparing your car once you get into it, learning the track, memorizing the course, doing course walks, talking to the other competitors. When you're not racing, you're going to be working. What I mean by working is you're going to be in the timing truck, you're going to be on the course setting up the cones and stuff, or jotting down the cone violations. You could be the announcer, like announcing the events and stuff. I like to do that. You can be the starting guy with the headphones on and telling the cars to go. You can be in safety, doing the specs on the cars, inspecting the cars before they run on track. There's lots of different things to do. So anyway, that's pretty much it, right? As far as this first introduction to what is autocross racing. And I mean, I would really like to see you guys out there. If you guys have any questions, please leave a comment. Do me a favor, if you could hit that subscribe button, and that'd be awesome. So we can go for and I can talk to you guys about all the different updates and things that are going to be coming along. There's some other things on the notifications, all that kind of stuff. I don't really know exactly how YouTube works because I'm kind of new to this as far as the YouTube stuff, right? So maybe you guys can help me out and I'll help you out in building a race car. So the next video I'm going to go into, it'll probably be, we'll talk about suspension stuff a little bit, okay? How to set up your suspension on your car, and then we'll go through this car, and then we'll move on to other topics. So like I said, I really appreciate your guys' time. Please come back, subscribe if you can, and I'll show you some other stuff that will make your car faster and have a lot more fun. You'll really get to know your car. So thanks a lot, and stay safe.